One of the most pleasant surprises of this year's Wacken Open Air was the band Lord of the Lost,
Wacken connects people,
whom most of this channel's viewers of course know as the opening act for Iron Maiden's not one, but two consecutive tours.
These guys are such great role models. You look at them and you're like, okay, this is how it works.
But unlike their usual setup, this time Lord of the Lost actually played not before the Legends, but after Iron Maiden's final show of the European leg of the Future Past tour.
We call that a deadliner. So that Iron Maiden is still the headliner and we're playing after the headliner, so we're the deadliner. But it's a great slot on a festival. We did that last year on 2 festivals because, you know, metal audience, they want to party as well, but they don't go to a tent with a DJ to party. They want live music.
Exactly.
So we are kind of like the after party music.
So what made Lord of the Lost performance so special? Well, I believe it is their ability to learn. I mean, I've known the band for more than 2 years now and seen how much they've grown since, and especially after going on the road with Iron Maiden, but at the same time, not simply because of the bigger exposure, makes me understand why Steve Harris instantly fell in love with them when he first discovered the boys.
How's it touring with Maiden?
It's impressive, and I tell this to every person who asks, but you know, the most impressive thing isn't the size of the stages or the stadiums or arenas, it's the people. It's such lovely people in the band and also the crew. They're also polite and down to earth and nice and welcoming and making us feel like part of the family. It's the best experience. It's just people you can really look up to.
This is why Maiden are on top. Because in order to get on top, you don't have to be an asshole, you have to be a normal person who understands that...
You know, it's very interesting. The bigger the people, when you meet like one of those huge stars, doesn't matter if it's like actors or musicians, 95% are really like very nice, like extraordinarily nice. All the rest of the other 5% are like total assholes. There doesn't seem to be something in between. I think there's only 2 ways to the top. I've never seen like some okay person on the top. They're either like extremely nice or it's like these 5% of motherfuckers. So it's very interesting.
Yeah. But I think that it better be to be among those 95% and have people shaking your hand and not spit in your back.
I'm not here to spit in your face. I'm here to blow at your back. It's supposed to sound better in Spanish.
Minded that despite having a great slot at the festival, Lord of the Lost were set to perform after Iron Maiden. And let's be honest here, in front of a very demanding crowd of Maiden fans. And seeing how Chris, Spy and the rest of the guys were able to interact with the audience and what is most importantly incorporate little bits and gestures they picked up studying their legendary teachers, yet still trying to make it their own, whether it's jumping over the PA system or, you know, saying something like this. In fact, did not really bother me and other Maiden fans, but it was actually seen as paying tribute full of respect and admiration to one of the greatest heavy metal bands alive.
These guys are such great role models. You look at them and you're like, okay, this is how it works. This is how you should treat other people, treat your crew, and this is what we try all the time through all these years. But we have like 5 people in the crew, or now it's 10, or sometimes 12, you know, and not 100. And you look at these people having a band for nearly 50 years, and you're like, yeah, that's how you do it. And when you look at their crew, some of them are there for like 30, 40 years.
The Killer Crew is known among the heavy metal community for being one of the most loyal, one of the most
amazing. Yeah.
Thank all of our road crew, the amazing Killer Crew, who make all this possible, work their asses off in the mud and the blood and all the rest of it. So, let me hear a big cheer for the Killer Crew!
So do you get to hang out with the band themselves also?
Yeah, sometimes. You know, like most of them are like very limited in time. They come short before the show. They have other appointments, like private, you know. But we had the chance to meet all of them, and you know, with some you have more contact, with some you have less. But yeah, we see them every night. I talk to Steve every night. It's amazing.
And I have no idea how he does playing football, playing British Lion, and playing fucking Iron Maiden, sometimes on the same day.
Well, it's like, you know, if you live healthy and if you don't mix up rock and roll with like drugs and whatever, you know, it's like, some people think if you want to be a rock star, what you have to do is like take the biggest amount of drugs and just be an asshole. No, you have to keep yourself fit from the job. You have to respect your job. You have to respect the people that actually pay money to see you on stage.
Absolutely.
And give them a good show. So you have the responsibility to actually present your very best to them. And this is what they do. They are all older than 60 years old. And look at them on stage.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
And
like...
Nico just suffered a freaking stroke
Yes, I know.
a couple of months ago and started preparations. And this is dedication. This is how you treat your fans. This is how you treat your family. And I'm really excited for you guys to be getting onto the next level, because you guys. Last time we spoke with you personally 3 years ago, it was a completely different band.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, you were already on your way to the
but
top.
it was like we've grown fucking lot with it, like in the last 1.5 years. Like it's crazy.
The truth is that throughout the years, such bands as Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath or Metallica took dozens, if not hundreds of young bands with them on the road, yet only a handful of those were actually able to use that experience to observe, learn and grow. So whether you or I personally like Lord of the Lost music, it doesn't actually matter that much. But I'll be honest with you that I am extremely happy that there are new bands out there who are actually eager to learn from the past, in exactly the same manner that Iron Maiden and Judas Priest were doing that back 50 years ago, and helping introduce metal to new, younger audiences.
And you have the right shoe wear for Wacken.
And it's fucking beautiful. Look at that. You were too clean.
No, I actually have one of these as well, but they're backstage because, you know, the press area here.
Oh, so you're like fancy for the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have fans.
But anyways guys, I'm back from the trip and I'm so excited to share tons of material that I gathered at Wacken Open Air this year. And while of course I'll be talking quite a lot about Iron Maiden's final show of the European leg of the Future Past tour, I would also love to release some episodes about the new blood in heavy metal and some of the bands that impressed me the most this year. And of course share with you exclusive content with some of the legendary musicians who were present at this year's Wacken Open Air.
Would you like to hear it, guys and girls? Yeah? Okay.
So yes, there's quite a lot of content coming your way, but for now I just wanted to share a short update with you guys. As most of you know, my car actually broke down on my way back home, but thanks to the amazing people who restored my faith in humanity, we actually were able to bring the cargo with all of the humanitarian aid I was carrying to Kyiv. And so far we only spent $2,023.15 in Poland and just made a payment for another bunch of medicine for roughly $2,000 more. So I just wanted to thank you guys all and remind you that this fundraiser for medical equipment for Ukrainian civilians will be going on for roughly 2 more weeks until the 24th of August, which happens to be Ukrainian Independence Day. So if you haven't yet, please check out metalpilgrim.net/Wacken and help me prove that metalheads are one of the most loving and caring communities out there.
Friends, stay strong. Our hearts are with us.
But anyways, what do you guys personally think about Lord of the Lost? And have you seen their performance this or last year together with Iron Maiden? Please let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this very short video, guys, and we will prevail. Slava Ukraini!